Alright, it says we are live.
We live? Oh my
We
god.
we are live.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? This is your boy tattooedbert coming at you with another live stream. And as always, I got my good friend here. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself as always?
Hey everybody, my name's Joe. Nice to join us tonight. I run my vaping place, which is another channel here on YouTube. You can find it at youtube.com/c/my vaping place. You can also find me on Twitter. You can also find me on Instagrizzle. And on Facebook too. I was trying to remember the other one. Duh. What can I say?
Evidently not too much because you can't remember what the hell you're saying. Now, before we really get going here, a good friend of mine that makes some box mods here, he gave me a nice little coupon code. He was nice enough to give me a coupon code. So if anybody is looking for a good unregulated box mod, kind of like this one here, or even ones that you guys, if you see me use what's called the Herculean mod, this big quad 26650 mod here, that was made by JMod's Box Builds. And as a matter of fact, down in the description I have a link to his website, jmodsboxbuilds.com, and if you use the coupon code TATTOO, you will get 15% off of your order. So go check him out. Go check him out. He does really great work. He does have an awesome warranty, lifetime warranty. So definitely go check him out, especially if you want a unregulated mod. I think he's started to do some lipo mods. I believe he's starting to try to do some squawker kind of mods as well, from what I've heard. So definitely go check him out. You can build your own mod, box mod like this little one here, starting at $65.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
So, oh yeah. And the build quality on them is excellent.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of the stuff that you got, man, and the build quality on it is great. I haven't had a chance to get my paws on one of them yet, but been thinking about it for a while now.
Hey, Stars and Clouds, how you doing?
Hey, guy, how you doing?
Man, I'll tell you what. I live down here in Florida. We had that nice little, we had a little storm here last week.
I thought you guys classified that as a summer breeze.
Yeah, it was pretty much like a summer breeze. It was about nice enough to go fly a kite, almost. 130 mile per hour winds.
Yeah, right, okay. Can we say Mary Poppins?
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, we had, as all of you guys know, Hurricane Irma came through Florida last week.
Bitch was on steroids.
Oh yeah. Where I'm at, we got lucky though. It was only a category 2, I want to say category 2 by the time I got up to where I was. So we didn't get hit with the heavy brunt of everything.
The West Coast got crammed.
Yeah. I think the worst that we had were some branches down.
You fucking lucked out, bro.
Let's see if he could do regulated. I don't know if he does regulated. I think he just does unregulated boxes there, Stars. But I believe he does have an option for the 2700s, I believe.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking about too. Because
Yeah.
when you were saying that, I was thinking a dual 18650 squonker in parallel with like a DNA chip in there,
Right.
something like that. Because that's what I've been looking for.
Yeah. I believe he only does unregulated to kind of keep the prices down a little bit because those chips can be somewhat expensive at times.
I think it's like $75-80 for that DNA chip.
Yeah,
Just the chip itself.
Exactly. And you know, like I said, he has a section in there where you can build your own box, and you know, it's a little box like this, and it starts at 65, I believe. But if you get stuff like the voltmeter, I believe a voltmeter costs like $10 or something, um, and you can kind of go through and just build up your own box depending on what all you want and everything. And hey, Jim, how's it going, buddy?
I was just going to say that, but you were busy jabbering your jowls.
Yeah. Jim's a friend of mine that I met over there at the rehab center where my mom was.
Oh, hey, Jim.
Yeah. He's one of the guys I'm going to go over and watch the pay-per-view with.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to watch the replay on this because I can't see your lung coming out now.
Man, I'll tell you what, that new juice by Hanes. Gotta love that cotton juice.
Well, thank you very much, Jim. But I live up here in New Jersey, so it'd be a little bit of a trip for me to make it. I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, I'm actually talking to Joe here via Skype. Yeah, I'm talking to him via Skype. He's a Jersey guy, huh?
Yeah, an ex-New Yorker. I got transplanted.
Oh, great! So now next thing you're going to tell me is you're waiting down on the corner for a cab, drinking a cup of coffee you paid $0.25 for, huh?
Yeah, something like that. You got a problem with that, brother?
Yeah, go fishing.
That's too polite. That's not Brooklyn enough.
Oh, you're right. Hey, Joe, go back out and hang out with the Jersey Shore kids again.
Oh, great. Yeah, right. Bunch of wannabes.
Hey, you know what? I actually, I was thinking about, when they were talking about the Jersey Shore casting and shit, I thought about going through and trying to be part of the Jersey Shore. Be a part of that show. You know how they had that one guy, he called himself the Situation? Or whatever, and he always lifted up his shirt, show off his abs and shit. I was thinking about doing the same thing, but call myself the Saturation.
Okay. Don't ever do that when I'm vaping. Scummer.
I had to wait till you were vaping to say it.
Scummer.
See, Joe, I'm not only mean to you, I'm also mean to him. I'm also mean to Joe. Oh man! So what's been going on your side of the world there?
You mean my hemisphere?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Kathy.
Well, let's see. I posted up a video during the week on my 200 sub giveaway that I'm putting up.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm giving out 2 prizes. This iJoy RDTA box with an extra deck.
Oh, nice.
And UD Bellis. So those are going to be going up, and there might be a little something else that I might be deciding to throw in, considering Monday is the 3rd birthday for my channel. So
oh, nice.
Might throw something in there as well, but I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
And of course, you're invited to join in if I could ever get this damn XSplit up and running properly to be able to turn around and do something with. It's like driving me nuts. Yeah, if I lose any more hair on the back of my head here from ripping it out, sitting here going, the wife's going to divorce me, which might not be a bad idea, but I got to take that under advisement. That's something I got to think about a little bit.
By the way, Joe, Where
Yeah.
Jim says, crew here all says hi, and they're sitting outside. That's the crew of friends that were over at that rehab facility.
Oh,
And
cool.
we all got together. We'd sit outside and talk, chew the fat, whatever, and have a good time. And
Okay.
they actually helped out my mother quite a bit. And Jim, I want you to tell everybody that's out there, guy, tell everybody thank you so much for helping my mother out while she was there and making her feel welcome. You guys helped out immensely.
Seriously, thanks, guys. Bert's mom's cool people, so.
I went every day to visit with my mother, and anytime I went up there and they needed something from the store or whatever, I would always, you need something from the store? Okay, if you give me the money, I'll run and get it for you, because they couldn't. It was really difficult for them to get out to go to the store, so I would do it for them.
Cool.
It was
Cool beans.
It was the least I could do for them. But you said that your third year on YouTube is coming up pretty soon?
Yeah, it comes Monday, 25th. That's going to be the third birthday.
Oh, awesome. Actually, hey, Jim, isn't Monday Dave's birthday as well? I think there was another gentleman over at that rehab facility by the name of Dave, and I believe Monday is his 90th birthday.
Whoa, congratulations.
So his birthday and your channel birthday is same day. Hot damn.
Cool. Very cool.
Excuse me.
There's no excuse for you.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, there's been this cold going around down here post Irma, and I think I caught a little bit of it, and there was a few people over there that had it as well, and I know some other people in my neighborhood that have got it as well too.
Well, I heard that there's some flu going around down there.
Yeah.
So you might actually be talking about the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a little flu bug going around.
Yeah, well, considering the fact that you guys had all that stuff going around down there and everything else, and the sanitation going all the hell in a handbasket, I could see that very easily happening.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's one lady that was talking, and she was kind of upset a little bit, so I had to crack a bad joke while she was there. She ended up her property got flooded pretty good. I mean, like almost 3 feet of water flooded.
Ooh.
Thankfully, it didn't go into her house. Thankfully, it didn't go into her house. It was just in her yard.
Oh man, she lucked out.
Oh yeah, but I told her, I said, hey, people pay a lot of money for waterfront property.
Yeah, that's true. Big time, especially down there.
Oh yeah.
You got to pay somebody to turn around and have gators and cottonmouths and coral snakes in your backyard.
Oh, most definitely.
The skeeters come free since they're state birds, so.
Yeah, pretty much. Shoot, I've seen some skeeters down here by my house. I swear they're big enough to pick you up and fly you off.
I wouldn't doubt it. We got the Jersey kind around here. Those things measure about 2 inches wingtip to wingtip, and those things are like little pea shooters compared to a B-52 compared to what you guys got down there.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have pterodactyls.
Yeah, pretty much.
By the way,
They're the ones that probably would turn around and sting the dinosaurs back in
yeah.
the day, leaving DNA in the amber.
Oh yeah. By the way, hi Blue. How you doing, darling? You know, speaking of wrestling, how I said I was going to go down there and watch wrestling with my buddies. Hey Blue, how you doing, sweetheart? Blue is actually a former female wrestler, and
Oh,
and Jim is also a former wrestler, former
oh,
professional
cool,
wrestler.
cool.
Oh yeah, so you can imagine the conversations we had. I am a pretty big wrestling fan, so
No, I can imagine you guys must have been in hog heaven down there, turning
oh
around
yeah,
and chewing the fat.
oh yeah, and Blue is definitely one of the ones that's definitely a sweetheart that she helped take care of my mom, showing her the ropes of everything, no pun intended, while she was down there.
You mean every pun intended? Come on, get it right, bro.
Oh no, see, they got a taste of the bad jokes down there. They haven't had the full experience yet.
They haven't had the full bird experience,
Oh
huh?
no, no.
Oh, okay.
I was somewhat behaving myself, kind of a little, while I was
You
there.
behave yourself? That's freaking impossible.
I know Carl Ripley's. I don't believe it.
That's definitely true.
But yeah, I'm actually trying to get Jim here into. We started talking about vaping stuff,
Okay.
and he wants to start getting into some vaping. And he's tried the Cigalikes, but did not care for those.
Okay. All right. He's gonna probably need something like a T18 or a T22
Yeah,
from Inikin.
yeah. I've been looking around for him for something good. I don't want to throw him into something like an unregulated or anything right now, right yet, for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm. No, if you
But
turn around, if he sticks to something like, we'll say, if he sticks to something like, we'll say, an Inikin T20,
yeah,
a T18, or if he wants the box style, kind of something looking like that,
right,
then he go to a T22.
right. That's actually what I was looking at down here at my local vape shop, and I think they said they have one that starts at like $45, somewhere around there, for a complete setup.
For what? For a T18?
I think I can't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head.
That sounds a little bit high for me, even for a brick and mortar store. I would turn around. I wouldn't tell you the truth. I wouldn't go any more than like 35 for a T18 and maybe
Right.
45 for a T22.
I
Anything more than that is going to be a little bit much.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
They said they have one that starts at 45. I think it was the T22 that was 45, I believe.
Okay. Then
Uh,
that would be pretty much in keeping with the
yeah.
prices. Yeah.
And by the way, Stars and Clouds says I wrestle whether I should go to work or not most days. Do I qualify as a wrestler? Okay.
If
Stars.
that's
Hold on.
yeah.
Stars.
Okay.
If you're talking about you wrestle, but when you should go to work or not, moving your hand up and down, that's not wrestling. Okay, that's not a 10 count wrestling. Sorry. Funny part is I actually know who this is, but no. If memory serves me right, he's going to a wrestling school. He's learning to become a professional wrestler.
Okay. Sounds good. That's very interesting.
He's getting trained by Devon, or not Devon. He's who was it again? That's training you. Fuck me. I'm trying to remember who he said it was.
Well, I have to admit, I'm not very much into wrestling and never have been. So,
Why not?
just not me. It's not me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's not for everybody. I understand that. Oh man. So, what else has been going on besides the 200 hit? Oh, by the way, guys, just so you all know, I finally hit 400 subscribers. I'm very happy on that. There.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's Pippa. Okay, I'm sorry, Pippa. I thought you were somebody else. My apologies.
Hey, Tommy. What's up, man?
Hey, Tommy. Thank you very much, good sir. Yeah, there's somebody. Excuse me. There's somebody else in the vape shack that is actually going to school training to become a wrestler as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, dude, it's plan on having a lot of good fun on tomorrow night.
Cool. Enjoy.
So, Joe, what else you got going on besides hitting your 200 subscriber count and having your third anniversary of being on YouTube on Monday?
Oh, not much. Just going to work and busting my chops going there. I'm working on this mesh RDA, playing with that, trying to get this thing to work pretty good. I think I got it down a little bit here, and well, that'll be a new review coming up soon, shortly on that.
I was going to say, Joe.
Yes.
RDA, RTA,
Yes.
RDA, RTA.
RDA, RTA. Yes, I know. Thank you very much.
brought to you by the letter A. Anyway. What else you got going on?
That's pretty much it. Just putting up with the wife and everything else, the usual stuff.
Got you. Hey Joe, Jim here wants to know what's the best vape for him starting out.
Starting out,
Yeah.
if he's been smoking for a long time,
He has.
Well, I would turn around. I would start with something like the not a cigarette, the stick ones. I can't
Ego
remember.
pens?
No, not an ego pen. No, I started with an ego pen,
Yeah.
and yeah, I smoked for 45 years myself. I started off with an ego pen, and they were absolutely, positively not satisfying enough, at least for this child.
Right.
But the new version, like the I can't even remember the name on them now. The black ones.
The Knights?
No, the ones you pick up in the regular C-stores, the convenience stores, that have the little pods that pop in there. It's got like a mountain range on them. The Rock, I think they call it. That one is nice because you can turn around, you can do some stuff with it. I've never actually played with them. But
Are you talking about the mouth to lungers?
yes, yes.
Yeah. Crap.
Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. That one is very nice. I think it's called the Rock because it's got that mountain range engraving in there. When you take the pod out, it looks like a mountain peaks in there.
Yeah. That's not the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there's also another one. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Damn it. Shit, I can't think of it now. But yeah, give me a few minutes. I'll probably think about it. It'll probably come popping back in. But yeah, start off with one of those as basically a proof of concept.
Right.
Okay, to see if you like vaping, because not everybody's going to like vaping. Just because they're a smoker, that doesn't mean that they're going to like vaping.
Yeah.
So try that, see how that works, see if that works for you. Even if you don't stop smoking completely, if you cut down the number that you're doing, if you're like a half a pack to a pack a day, right now, if you drop that down doing the vaping, and you keep seeing the number of smokes that you're doing in a day dropping down, there's going to come to a point where it's going to turn around. You're going to say, well, I don't need these things anymore. Whoop.
Yeah.
And then you can turn around, you can keep going with the cigarette for a while. If you get used to it, you like it. Then if that works for you and you have no problems with that, you can stay with that as long as you want. If you want to go to something later on, like a small little thing like this, or even like a T18 or a T22 from Anakin, like I was saying before, which is a great mouth-to-lung starter kit, where you can turn around, you can get into the open systems as opposed to the ones that you can pick up at the convenience stores, which are closed systems.
Right.
Then you can turn around, and then once you graduate over into open systems, things just turn around, and you can progress as far as and as fast or as slow as you want. You can do things like I do. You make your own juices like this. I make up my own juices and stuff like that. I build my own coils and everything else, and and I've been doing that since pretty much like about 2 months after I started vaping, because I just couldn't turn around. I couldn't get the stuff that I wanted.
Yeah. And Jim, like I told you the other day, if you do start vaping and everything, and once you progress into getting an RDA like these, where you have to build your own coils, I'll sit down with you and I'll show you how to build the coils and everything else, so you'll be safe. Like I told you the other day, though, you really want to know Ohm's law, but you said that you had a good grasp on Ohm's law already, so you're already a step ahead when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if you turn around, if you're doing something if you stick to regulated mods, like this thing I've got right here, it's good to know Ohm's law, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
As long as you turn around and as long as you follow certain set procedures and you get those down and you stick within those parameters, you'll be fine. And with Bert down there, he can turn around and he can teach you everything that you really want to know, because that man can make some mean ass coils.
Let's see. Hey, can you read what Stars just put up?
Stars put up, in my opinion, mouth to lung has to be the first style a noob, I don't like that phrase in there, but
a newbie.
It's true.
Yeah.
Tries, because 9 out of 10 who I've seen try to start out with direct to lung are often turned off from the harshness and find it hard to get used to straight away. Absolutely correct, Stars. Absolutely correct.
I 100% agree with that.
That's the reason why I suggest to a lot of people start off with the closed systems, because the closed systems, like I think it's called the Rock. My Von Earl. That's the other one I was thinking of. Those systems are designed specifically for new vapors, for people who are presently smoking. They've got the very high nicotine content, which is what a smoker needs when they're transitioning off the cigarettes. They have the tight draw, and they're also simple.
Well, also, I want to. May I interject one thing real quick?
Certainly, go for it.
The closed systems, the reason they have the high nicotine to them is you're getting a little bit less vape than what like me and Joe are getting with ours right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm vaping at a 3 milligram nicotine, and that's perfect for me. Now, the closed systems, they have somewhere around, I think, 24 milligrams. But
Some of them can go as high as 52.
yeah, that's true. I have seen them as high as 52. But you're getting a lot less vapor from them, and it's mouth to lung instead of what we're doing, which is a lung hit.
Right.
Excuse me. A lung hit where even like for me personally, a 6 milligram nicotine with this chokes me up. It's too harsh.
Yeah, I started off with hold on a second. Let me reach over here. Actually, that is my first smoke, e-cigarette. Okay? That's my first vape. I started off with this. The first juice I put through this thing was 12 milligram raspberry juice. It wasn't great, but it was actually a lot more flavorful than the roll your own buglers that I was doing. Well, it wasn't really roll your own. It was semi roll your own because I had the filtered tubes and everything else that I was putting them into, so I wouldn't look like I'm standing around smoking a joint.
Right.
Especially considering where I was working at the time at Walmart, so it was like, you can't just stand outside looking like you're doing a doob, and otherwise you get people start looking at you like, huh? So yeah.
That's when you just tell them, turn around, look at them, go, I work at Walmart.
Yeah, but it's really bad when you got the bosses looking at you like that too. So
I just look at them and go, well, I work for you.
But yeah, no, I turned around and I used that, and I was at 12 milligram. And before long, I cut down. When I started making my own juice, 12 milligram started to get to be a little bit too much, so I brought that down to 10. And then about 2-3 months later, when I started when I got my first fully open system,
Okay.
I brought that down to 6, and now I'm down to 3. I can't even do 6.
Yeah, my first e-cig was actually a Valkyrie tube mod, I think it was.
Hey Jim, I would not put your phone number in here. Okay.
I think he meant he sent me a message, a PM on YouTube.
Okay, because please don't put your phone number or anything like that in here, because other people will turn around and catch it, and you never know where you're going to find out people calling you up from the other side of the world. No, not a good thing.
Yeah, I think he meant he sent me a private message on YouTube with it, which is awesome.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll get that after I get done with the stream here, Jim. Muchly appreciated. But like I said, I think my first mod was called the Valkyrie tube mod. I had that for a couple months. It was a little single battery tube mod, and I started vaping on that first, and then I graduated up to a Dimitri parallel box. And from there, from the Dimitri, I got a what was it? I can't remember if I got the IPv4S first or if I got the damn it, I can't remember what it is now.
Yeah,
if I got this one here, and went from there.
I think it was the IPV that you got first.
It might have been. I can't remember. I do suffer from CRS. Can't remember shit. Man, what is it with you all and drinking coffee?
This isn't coffee. This is tea. This isn't coffee. This is tea.
I thought you were from Jersey, not Britain.
I'm an Irishman. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens.
Oh.
Besides, if I was drinking that much coffee, I'd wind up in the bathroom doing something I don't want to talk about on here right now.
So you're saying you were raised in Queens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. That explains a lot.
Don't even go there.
What do I care? I'm bigger than you. I win. Hey, have a V.
Yeah, so uh yeah, so yeah, I definitely stick with the mouth to lung stuff first.
Yeah.
Stick with the close convenience store stuff first, because
Yeah.
those are generally very cheap and you can try them out. You know, maybe the equivalent of like maybe 2 packs of smokes or something like that. Try it out and see if it works. If it does, then you can take it from there, whatever way you want to go. Anytime anybody who wants to get in touch with me, they can get in touch with me on my by a direct message on my YouTube channel, or they can do the same thing with you and
Exactly.
get whatever information they need.
As a matter of fact, Jim, one of these days, I'll come up there to the center and have you sign out and everything, and I'll take you up to the vape shop that I go to down here, and you can ask questions to them as well, if on what all they have, what they would recommend as well,
Hmm.
what they would recommend of what stock they have, and give you a good price point, and you can try some different juices out too, try
Yeah.
some flavors out.
Pippa was just saying something about the ultimate flavor pairing, in my opinion, is Adore Lemon Ecstasy with a chamomile tea and a spoon of honey melted in it. Well, that's a real nice
That
chill
is,
out.
that does sound good.
Um, yeah. My favorite vape is actually Quack's Goose Juice. I get the flavorings from them, the flavoring extracts, the little shots. Do I have one of them here?
I don't
Oh,
know if you do or not. Why are you asking me
here we
if you
go.
got it?
I'm thinking out loud. Shut up. This is. Ooh. Hold on a second. I gotta clean this off for a second here. This is.
Hey, Joe. Joe,
Yeah.
I just noticed something too.
Yeah.
Your hair is getting just long enough that it's kind of flipping a little bit in the back. So
Yeah, I know, I know. I gotta go see
yeah,
Delilah soon.
yeah. So it looks like you have a duck ass.
This is what I get from Quack's Goose Juice. It's the DIY flavor concentrate.
Okay.
Um, it's $16 for the 30 ml bottle. This will make, if you make it according to their specifications,
Mm-hmm.
which is 20%, will give you roughly uh, roughly
Excuse me.
about gives you about 100, 150, 160 mils of
Right.
juice out of it.
You know,
I've actually been playing with this sufficiently enough that I can actually get this down to, I'm using like between 10 and 12% of this juice, so I can actually make more out of it. And then what I do is I'll take this and where is it? I'm looking for the dead Indian here right now. Um, what I do is I will take, there we go, and I will add raspberry flavor. I will make a raspberry juice up and combine it with this, and comes up with a raspberry. Oh, that tastes so good. Um, I will come up with a raspberry creamy custard taste, because the goose juice is a custard flavor, and when it's fully steeped and everything else, it has almost like the flavor of a flan. So you're taking a flan with like a raspberry coating instead of the caramel that it normally has.
now, I just realized something.
Yeah,
Where you get those flavorings from? That's where I got
yeah.
those little I got some juice from them
Mm-hmm.
and they sent me little rubber duckies.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, I got 3 of
Little
them.
rubber duckies. I got like 4 or 5 of them. I had to give 2 of them to the wife
Yeah.
because she just turned around. She saw them sitting around here, and they're like, she's like, "Oh, I want."
Yeah,
So,
they actually had one juice. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a chocolate peanut butter flavor.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of it, but that was my favorite juice from them.
Um,
I think it was gizzard juice or something.
something like that. Yeah, I think so. I think that I think Gizzard Stew might have actually been worked on them with that particular flavor because that's actually one of their new flavors.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, no, this
most of the other
was
stuff
this
that
was
they've
about
got.
6, 7, 8 months ago.
Yeah,
This
well,
was a while ago.
it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
But I haven't turned around. I haven't tried any of their other stuff because none of the flavor profiles that they've got on their website kind of float my boat.
Yeah.
The only one I really floats my boat is actually really the goose juice. And I've been playing with that enough now that I can actually turn around and I can actually make my own flavors based on their stuff.
And I'd have to say for me, my favorite juice is actually a juice that I kind of came up with the flavor profile for at my local shop down here. They have, I want to say, like 60 different house flavors, and you can mix and match your different flavors.
Okay.
So I came up with a profile of a dragon fruit caramel custard flavor.
Ooh,
And
that sounds nice.
I call it Jesus juice.
That's not bad. This is the one that I use the most of because I'm just like addicted to it. But I also have. Well, this one's pretty much empty right now. There's only like a little dribble at the bottom. But I also picked up Adore's Strawberry Submission that I turned around. I've used. I really like it. It's got a nice, very light strawberry flavor to it. But most of the stuff that I do is like this is one of my own that's here. I have a couple more down here sitting. This one's almost empty. My black and blue berries with vanilla bean gelato. This is one of my favorites. Then I have another one, blackberry and juicy grape, which is another one of my own flavor combinations. Juicy peach and mango with apricot. That's another one.
I think DIY is a little bit out of his wheelhouse for the moment, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this is what you can do.
Oh yeah.
Once you start, if you decide to stay with vaping, this gives you the ability to play with different flavors instead of just sticking with the stuff that you buy in the store.
Yeah.
The stuff that when I go out into the store and I go out and look at their juices and I try tasting some of their juices, generally nowadays with the FDA regs and stuff like that, it's put a drip on your hand and taste it.
Yeah.
They're so damn sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like ridiculously sweet. I mean, it's like almost I could just turn around, just take a bowl of sugar and go, and that's it.
By the way, Joe.
Yeah.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Mountain Dew.
Okay, well, since I can't turn around and see anything because you got your camera going straight over there in the XSplit, so it's
yeah. Quit your bitching. Quit your bitching.
So yeah, well, no, Pippa was asking questions, so I'm just giving you know.
Oh yeah.
And one of the other things I'm playing with. This is actually a tester that I'm testing out.
Did I see dragon fruit?
Yes, you did. I have dragon fruit here that I'm testing out. This when I started it and I made the label for it is straight dragon fruit. I have since put some strawberry in here to test out how the strawberry works with it, and I'm just letting it steep a little bit.
Strawberry should work really good with dragon fruit.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. I've just been letting it sit there for a while to steep out so I can get an idea as to the flavor profile over time.
By the way, hi Cheryl. Another friend of mine. Another friend from over there.
Okay.
Man, I really. It's the only thing I don't like about the Omega tube. It's copper, so you have to constantly clean it. If you go a couple 3 days without cleaning it, the contacts in it, it won't work. Yeah, you constantly have to clean it.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with a mech.
Well, no, just copper in general.
Well, yeah, copper in general, but still,
especially down here in Florida, it tarnishes like crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's with the humidity and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Pippa was saying something here in chat. I like all of your labeling. Yes, that is a P-Touch labeler by my brother that I have hooked into my computer that I can turn around. I can print out my labels with. And the joy of savings to be made with DIY and knowing the basis of DIY juice is almost essential for a new vapor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I find a lot of correlation between making juice and cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cooking is one of my favorites. If I really get stressed out, or the wife really gets me like, ugh, I wind up going into the kitchen. I start cooking.
There you go.
And I find that some of the basic rules of seasoning and spicing and stuff like that goes into cooking is directly appropriate to when you're doing DIY. Yeah, DIY is different in that you're dealing with percentages of the final amount, etc., etc. The mechanics of it is totally different than cooking, but when you're dealing with the art of making juice, the making of the flavors, the layering of flavors, the way one flavor interacts with another flavor, the art, in other words, of DIY is directly applicable to cooking. If you're a halfway decent cook, you're well on your way to doing DIY. If you can barely burn water, stick with buying your juice. Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually did a little bit of DIY. A friend of mine, Donnie B Vaping, sent me a little...
good dude.
Oh, very awesome dude. He sent me a beta sample of his DIY kit. So basically, he sent me a bottle of nicotine, a bottle of VG, and a couple of flavorings.
Mm-hmm.
And he also sent me a bottle of pre-made juice that he made. And he was actually surprised that I was able to name off all the flavors in the juice that he pre-made sent me.
Cool.
But I have some flavorings here, so I did a little bit of DIY myself. And I made a peanut butter... ended up being a peanut butter cream, or like a peanut butter custard.
Okay.
And this is all I have left of it. This little
peanut butter, I'm not big on peanut butter, especially in vapes, but that's just me.
This one turned out good.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like slap you in the face peanut butter. It's like the peanut butter you get in a Reese's cup minus the chocolate.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. And it's a custard too, so it's so good. I made
that's probably its only saving grace, that it's a custard.
I made up 200 mils of it, and I've probably only got about maybe 5 mils left.
Well, when I make up my black and blue berries,
easy for you to say.
This is 120 mils. This is 120 mils. This was 120 mils. So yeah, when I make up this particular juice, this is one of my other favorites that I make. That I make up in big quantities.
Right. Joe, back up a little bit when you're going to talk like that.
Sorry.
You're blowing people away.
Sorry.
I told you that.
Go ahead. This is one that I've been trying to get to work. I cannot get this thing to work for nothing. This is red berries and vanilla bean gelato. I cannot get this thing to work. It still tastes like a medicine chest. I cannot get that thing to work.
Cut back on the red berry concentrate a little bit. Only put about maybe a quarter of what you're using in.
Yeah, well, what I've got here is right now 50% of the original amount that I made. This was the original. I cut it in by 50%. I'm going to have to cut it some more.
Cut it by another 50.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah. By the way, Jim says something about good news for you. I got like 4 more people here that are going to sub. Awesome, brother. Appreciate it. He says some of them are staff too, so that's awesome. Thank you, Jim. You rock, brother.
Yep, sounds good to me. And Pippa was also saying, as a commercial juice maker, I agree it helps. Getting into ELR and trying a high-rated recipe that suits your taste is a great start, in my opinion. Absolutely correct on that as well. And TFA peanut butter, I've never tried that, so I can't turn around. I can't cut. With Capella's V1, I'm not sure. Is that the V1 custard that you're talking about?
The version 1 custard.
And steep for 3 or 4 weeks is a great start. Yes. Oh yes. V1 custard.
Yeah.
I would not go. Well, V1 custard has got a nice, more well-rounded flavor to it, but because of easy for you to say.
Excuse me.
That's okay. You all right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I went to swallow and I went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, not good.
Oh, sorry about that, everybody.
The V1 custard, because of some of the buttery notes that it has in there, and the possibility, and the fact that Capella's actually went out and reformulated it to the V2 to get rid of the AP that they had in there. If you're fine with the AP being in the version 1 custard, that's cool. That's cool. But because you're doing DIY, if you're doing it DIY, then that's cool for you. But personally, I would turn around. I would probably go with the V2 custard as opposed to the V1.
Right.
And Capella's is really good stuff. Flavor Art, Capella's, TFA. You cannot go wrong with them. The Inawera biscuit flavor that they have is absolutely phenomenal.
And also, can I interject one thing real quick too? Just remember, taste is also subjective.
Highly subjective. And anything that I'm saying here, this is just what my taste buds tell me.
Right.
Okay.
And they're wrong.
Well, they may be wrong to you, but that's your that's your opinion.
Oh, I know. I'm just messing with you because I can't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But yeah, anything I say here, you have to understand that those are my taste buds, and I have a very specific flavor wheelhouse that I stay within,
right?
And that I like to play with. Very custards, berries, the dark, rich berry flavors, blackberry, and like this thing here, my blackberries, my blackberry and juicy grape. I mean, this is fantastic. Right. I knocked this out of the park the first time I did it, because you can see that's version 1.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is fantastic. This came perfect for my taste.
Right.
Now, it might be a little too intense for somebody else, and for the way that they vape, if they're into doing drippers, small compact drippers like a Nano or something like that, that might be way too intense for them.
Like a Derringer or something.
Yeah, exactly, because that concentrates the flavor when it's being vaporized.
Well, so
that
does
might
this.
be too much to them.
So does the Serpent Mini RTA.
Yeah, that's a flavor chaser's dream. Is. But yeah, like I said, that could turn around. It could be way too much for somebody. The way I make this juice here, they might need to turn around and halve the amount of flavors that I use, because most of the PG that I have in here comes from the flavors.
Right.
Okay. And I'm using like 80-20, so you figure it out. 20% of the thing is the PG from the flavors.
Yeah, that's another thing too, to kind of think about when you're doing DIY, is what percentage, what ratio of PG to VG do you like?
Mm-hmm.
You can always mess around with it. Me personally, I'm what I guess you can say I'm kind of a 50-50 when it comes to cloud and flavor chasing. But I don't like a lot of PG in my juices. I prefer more VG. So, like that peanut butter custard that I made, it's a 95.5.
That's even high for me.
It's 95% VG, 5% PG. But, that's the way I like it.
Yeah. I generally stick with an 80-20. Because it gives me the best flavor to cloud ratio for the way I like to vape. I will go probably as low as 70-30, 70 VG, 30 PG, but I won't go any higher on the PG than that.
Yeah.
Because I have a problem with the PG. I start feeling after 45 years of smoking, I can feel the PG like tightening up my chest a little bit.
Excuse me. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I would say one of my favorite juices, if you guys have watched any of my other videos, I did one video on this juice here from Walmart. This is a juice line from Walmart that I found, and I don't know what the ratio is on it, but it's got to be a high VG here. Let's drip a little bit.
Oh my God! You still running that thing?
It's got to be a high VG, because this thing has clouds for days. I swear, I love it. Here, let's take her for a vape here.
Oh my God!
This Walmart juice is really good stuff.
You are such a dip.
It's actually funny. I made a video for April Fool's Day saying about this new juice line that I found at Walmart, and it's just glycerin. It's VG. It's just vegetable glycerin. I actually had somebody leave a comment on the video, call me an idiot and saying that's just VG. I guess he didn't watch the entire video all the way through, because I even say at the end of the video, Happy April Fool's Day. But I actually
you gotta love people sometimes. But yes, Pippa, 3% Caps Harvest Berry. Now that is a flavor I have not tried yet, and I have not tried the FA Catalan Cream.
Right.
So I cannot. I'll take your word for that one. I haven't not tried those yet, but that sounds really interesting. I have already just copied that out, and I will turn around. I will paste that into one of my little notepads and try that at a future time. And when I do, if I find that it is really good, I will be more than happy to give you the credit as being its inventor. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate the heads up on that.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's awesome. If you get it right, Joe, you're gonna have to send me a little bit of it too.
Oh yeah, I'll send you some down. Well, what did you think about some of the stuff that I sent you in that little package?
I like
a couple of months ago. There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a version of my red berries, but it wasn't the same one that I've got here. That was a different formulation.
Gotcha.
And that one that you got there was that one had sat for almost 2 or 3 months before I actually sent it
Right.
down to you. That was fully steeped.
If I remember right, it tastes. I vaped. I've already vaped it all. It's all gone. But
Hmm.
if I remember right, it had some a little bit of raspberry to it.
Yep. Had everything in there except blackberry.
Gotcha.
It had raspberry, some strawberry in there. It
Right.
was predominantly raspberry. There was some strawberry in there. There was a
Right.
little blueberry and some bilberry.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, it's been a little while since I vaped it, so I can't place it exactly.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and that had some condensed milk in there and a little, just a tiny, teeny, tiny touch of Bavarian cream. There was like 3 drops of sweetener per 30 mils in there, and some FA Smooth to round everything off and to kind of like
okay.
mix it in.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember it was really, really good. What's that music?
That's a car going down the street outside.
Well, tell them to turn their stuff down. Damn hippies.
Yeah, right. When they turn around, some of these guys come down the block here and they turn around. They got it up so loud my windows are rattling.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I have to do all my reviews like about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I really can't do it until the weekend comes around
Right.
because I gotta get some sleep and to go to work. So
Oh yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it has been an hour now. So, actually, I got to get going to go get some dinner cooked up, get some stuff taken care of.
yeah, I got some pierogies in the freezer. I'm thinking about doing a
Hot
onion
damn.
and potato pierogies.
Shoot, that sounds good. All right, guys. Well, like I said at the beginning of the show here, if you guys are looking for a good unregulated box mod, go to jmodsboxbuilds.com. Use promo code TATTOO for 15% off of your order. He has all kinds of different boxes, different mods that you can get. He even has a create your own kind of thing, kind of box mod. I believe that starts at $64. So go check him out. There's a link down in the description to check him out and everything. And remember, use promo code TATTOO to get 15% off of your order. But I want to thank you all for coming out. You guys are awesome. And, as always, my name's Tattooed Bert. You all have my channel here. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. So yeah, thank you all for coming out. Joe, you want to do your little outro?
Yeah, my name is Joe. I am the proprietor of My Vaping Place, which is a channel here on YouTube. You can find me at My Vaping Place both on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm not known for my, shall we say,
Short reviews.
short reviews. Yes, my reviews are in depth. Which most of the people that I have who are subscribers to my channel really love. So I have turned around, I have played with the idea of trying to shorten them up some, but when I mentioned it to some of my subscribers, they're like, no!
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, thank you. I love you too. So yeah, I'm... Phil Brisardo, his reviews are short compared to mine.
Right.
So yeah, check me out and see what happens. As I said before, I have a 200 subscriber contest going on. It's going to be closing as of all the information is in the video, so you can just check it out when you get to my channel. I laid out all of the rules and everything else right up front so everybody knows what's going down. So yeah, Bert, thanks for having me. I do want to say one other thing. Pippa, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that little comment in there about the harvest berries and the 1.5%.
Oh yeah.
When I do get to try it, I will try that out. That is going to go onto my list for my next order from my flavor supplier.
Yep. And
So
yes, and I hope to meet you in the vape shack as well. And by the way, guys, also you can. I'm sorry.
nice meeting you too, Jim.
One other place you guys can find me is at vapeshack.org. They have a Zoom room where you can come in and voice chat and video chat with everybody, and there's several other reviewers as well that are in there. So
Quite a few famous reviewers that are in there as well.
like me. Um, it's my fantasy. I'll live in it the way I wish. Shut up. Anyway, guys, thank you all for coming out, guys. And Jim, thank you for coming out. And I will definitely see you tomorrow for the wrestling pay-per-view over there, Jim.
And nice to meet you too, Jim.
And guys, as always, vape hard, but vape safe. Good night, guys.
Night, guys. Take it easy. Have a great one.